All right, all yours. Thanks.
I will share my screen. Yeah. So hello everyone. I'm going to give a demo on the CDSS feature, which has been implemented and used by Bahmni SNOMED team. So before starting the demo, let's understand what is CDSS. So CDSS is a clinical decision support system, which helps the clinicians to take the decision based on the patient information and their health conditions. So basically, it helps clinicians to like avoid any negative interaction between the drug diagnosis, drug, or the drug dosage. So it will give an alert whenever there is a contraindication between the drug diagnosis, drug, or drug dosage thing. So I will show you by giving an example. So let's suppose this patient is having a disease called as asthma. So I will add a asthma and then, yeah, save it. And for this same patient, doctor prescribe a medication called as propranolol. So this one I will select it, and then this medication is a contraindication with the diagnosis asthma. So after I add it, I will get a alert message saying that this is a contraindication, propranolol hydrochloride 40 mg oral tablet with this patient condition asthma. So this is a critical alert. That is why we are getting this sign. And if we want to know more about it, if we click on this, there is a question mark thing which will take us to a Wikipedia link and which have more information about that medication. So once we get this alert message, we cannot go further. Either doctor has to remove this medication or doctor has to select the reason for the dismissal. So if we select the reason for the dismissal, let's select this one and click on dismiss, this alert will be gone now. Yeah, this alert is gone and this is changed into this icon. If we click on this icon, it will say that this is a dismissed critical alert and with this contraindication thing. Yeah. Likewise, now we will be able to save it. In the diagnosis tab also, we will get this alert. The asthma is having this thing, dismissed critical alert. The same thing I have also implemented in my automation suite, where I have covered different scenarios. So like the scenarios which I have shown right now is this one. Doctor should be able to get the contraindication critical alert for the diagnosis drug interaction. So yeah, any questions here? So moving further, I have like added different scenarios here, but I will go one by one. So here, what is happening? A receptionist will log into the Bahmni location with general ward, and then the reception will create a patient with random details and will start the OPD visit. Once the visit is started, doctor will log in, and before adding the diagnosis asthma, first I'm checking here like whether the CDSS is enabled in the OpenMRS. So we are getting this alert on the basis of the CDSS engine. So in OpenMRS, we have a global property settings. Under CDSS, we have this enable thing. If it is set as true, only then we will get the alert. If it is set as false, we will not be getting the alert thing. So yeah, this thing, first it is checked, and then we move forward and add the asthma diagnosis. And yeah, doctor add the diagnosis.
Priyanshu, before we go ahead, could you just show the Excel sheet where the rules are configured so that it's a little clear how these rules are getting evaluated?
Okay. Excel sheet. Okay. You means from the automation script or from the?
I think you said the automation doesn't set any of the rules, right? This is out of the box rules against which it is testing.
Yeah, yeah.
So those rules are set where they're in some CSV file which was loaded into the CDSS service, or is it in a CDSS database already loaded?
It is being loaded. Vijay, do you have that Excel sheet?
Yes, I have it. Can I share for a moment, Gurpreet? Yeah. So, yeah, can you see my screen?
Yeah, your screen is visible. If you just increase the font a bit.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, if you could just quickly explain the sheet so that it's clear how the CDSS service evaluates.
Yeah, sure, Gurpreet. So basically, this is the place where we author the rules. So there are different types of contraindications. So this one is basically drug diagnosis contraindication. So what we see here is there is a column where we have to provide what is the corresponding diagnosis which would be part of the contraindication. And there is another column in which we say what is the corresponding drug which will be part of contraindication. So you can see here, we are saying that acetazolamide is having a contraindication with hyperchromic acidosis. And we have also mentioned like this is the SNOMED code which is contraindicating with the given SNOMED code. And for this contraindication, we are also providing the level of severity. So here we are saying that it is a warning. Along with that, we are also providing like the template, like how we want the summary to look like. So we are providing some template, textual template, and also the detail we are also providing for that. Plus, we can also provide a link to additional information regarding that contraindication, where the user can find more information. So that link we are providing. So this is how we author the rules for a drug to diagnosis contraindication. So we can. So here the advantage with CDSS is that you don't have to literally try out all. You don't have to literally author every permutation combination. You just have to author at a very high level. Like, okay, I would say like any type of asthma will be having a contraindication with the drug propranolol. So that is the level of authoring you have to do. So it's just minimal authoring. And if the doctor diagnoses the patient with, let's say, any variant of asthma, let's say mild asthma or Baker's asthma, it'll all fall under this umbrella, and you will get an alert. So that's in a nutshell about this authoring tool.
So the last two columns, like Wikipedia columns, they are configurable to any medical source system, right? Wikipedia is just something we chose as a demo
Correct.
example to say get point to Wikipedia, but you can point to a real clinical, encyclopedia if you wanted to.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
You could refer published published literature over here.
Right, makes sense. And also, if you are you said that basically, Vijay, the root elements are usually the broader one, like asthma, which is 1956 7001 is added here with propanol. So any children of propanol or children of asthma, if they were selected in the Bahmni UI, you would get a warning because it would say, okay, the parents are not compatible, the children definitely not compatible, like that, right?
Absolutely. Correct.
Right. So to coming to this, there is some logic, right, in the CDSS service that does this resolution of parent-child, right? You are sending only the SNOMED code of what is selected in the UI, and then the CDSS service is doing this resolution of all the parents, or is it Bahmni that is doing the resolution and sending to CDSS?
So at the Bahmni level, we will generally provide whatever diagnosis or medication that we have selected. And
Which is two elements, basically, the specific elements.
Correct. Just two elements. And at the CDSS server level, it will compare, it will apply this hierarchy and just validate whether does it fall under this hierarchy or not. And it will select a particular alert.
Okay,
So
great.
matching happens in the CDSS server.
Okay, great. So in that case, now coming back to Priyanshu, you are showing end-to-end test scenarios, right? That you have written to automatically test Bahmni for these scenarios to validate that Bahmni is working correctly, right? Because the risk that we discussed earlier was that these screens can get modified by coders in the future, and we want to make sure that the CDSS logic, sending logic and receiving logic doesn't break. So the first test that you were sharing, you had passed asthma as the test, which is the same value as the root. Have you also added tests for children where you put a child of asthma so that that logic is also checked?
No. Actually, from here, like it is saying that random SNOMED diagnosis identified. I am passing the ECL query, so it will randomly select one of the children's of asthma.
Okay, so it's randomly selecting a child of asthma
Yes.
and sending it. All right, got it. Cool.
Yeah, so after selecting the one of the children's of asthma, it will add it. After adding, I am passing the this one medication from the JSN. So, for example, if in future for the asthma, this is changed, like medication name is changed. So we just need to update the JSN file. Like I'm sending from here. What is the drug name, unit, frequency? So I'm passing the path here, and it will traverse that JSON file and will add all the medications and the details. After that, I am just validating that the critical alert message is displayed. And also I am validating the that question icon, which is having the Wikipedia link, whether it is going to the correct one or not. And then a doctor select reason for the dismissal and then click on dismiss button. This all thing is done. Then I'm validating on the patient dashboard whether that medical prescription is present there with the same details which I am passing in the JSON thing. Then for the critical alert, the dismissal entry will be there in the audit log. So I'm navigating back to audit log module, and then I'm checking the dismissal entry there. This is the full flow of the diagnosis drug interaction.
Can you also show how that ECL step has been written in the line number 10?
Yes. Yeah, so this is the logic part. Under logic, I'm getting the SNOMED code from the SNOMED name. So for asthma, I'm getting the code, that SNOMED code, and then this function is taking care of this one. From here, I am returning this SNOMED code, and then I'm saving it in the data store. And then this API I'm calling, this one. This will return the data, all the data. And then from that data, I am selecting one of the random diagnosis. Yeah, this one. So just like this thing, randomly
Got
select.
it. Makes sense.
So this one is for the critical alert. I have also covered the warning alert as well. So in the warning alert, I have changed one thing. So in the previous one, I am just selecting one of the diagnoses, but here I am selecting two diagnoses and then saving it. So here we will get the two alerts, one for the hypokalemia and the second for the hyponatremia. So here we can check that feature, and then what I'm doing here, I'm just closing one of the disease. So after closing one of the disease, we will get the this thing striked off. Like when we dismiss it, we will get this line striked off feature. So that also I'm validating, and maybe I can run this and show you. So it will log in with the receptionist credentials. And it will create a patient, random patient details. Now the OPT visit will be started. Now this registration user will be logged off and doctor will be logged in. Yeah, here it will select the created patient and add the diagnosis. Yeah, here it selected the random children of hypokalemia. Now it will add the medication, contraindication medication. Yeah, we got 2 alerts. It will close. Yeah, now it is checking that question thing. It will close one of the. Okay, it is going so fast. So there also I validated the striked off one. Now I'm validating the on the dashboard medication thing. As it was warning alert, so we don't need to select the reason for the dismissal. Only in the critical case, we need to select it. Yeah, now the visit will be closed. Oh, yeah. So this covered the warning alert as well as adding 2 diagnoses and getting 2 alert things, and also the striked off feature. Then I'm covering the drug-drug interaction. Yeah, for the drug-drug interaction, I have covered 2 scenarios, one for the critical alert and the second for the info alert. So yeah, so here I'm passing the 2 drugs which are contraindication with each other. One is this thing amitriptyline and amoxicilline. These are contraindicating with each other. I'm adding that and then I'm verifying that the critical message is being displayed. And the same thing, question icon. And as it is a critical one, we need to select the reason for dismissal and click on dismiss button, these things. And then I'm verifying on the clinical dashboard, the same thing. And also on the audit log module. Yeah, should I run it and show you? Or?
Yeah, I think you can run it. In the previous one, did not go to audit log, right?
Because this one is for the warning thing. Only the critical alert we will get. Like the dismissal entry, no? We will get only in the case of critical. That I'm only validating in the audit log.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe this we can run it.
While this is running, does anyone have any comments? I really like it. Thanks a lot. Super good.
I think for a drug also we have a similar CSV format where we can author the rules, having 2 columns.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is good. Are these CSVs committed somewhere like in GitHub in the CDSS service project? or in wiki, like where can people see these? The rules which are already packaged by default in the CDSS service.
Yeah, it is available in the CDSS server GitHub repository.
Okay.
Sample rules, yeah.
On chat, can you share both the end-to-end test repo and the CDSS service GitHub repo URL and just add them to the document, the notes document?
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah, so here it is adding two drugs which are contraindicating with each other. We got two alert message with warning. Sorry, critical. Yeah, so interesting. Yeah, the next thing is we are covering the drug dosage alert as well. So here, for example, the recommended drug for a patient is, let's suppose 1 mg. And if doctor prescribes a drug which is more than 1 mg, let's suppose 10 mg, then we will get an alert saying that the drug prescribed is 10 times the average dose. So that we have covered. In there we have a three scenario. The first one is single drug having the single substance. The second one is multiple drugs, like more than one drugs having the same substance or single substance. And the third one is single drug having the multiple substance. Here, so maybe here I will add it. This try and expose. So this one is an example of this one, last one, high dosage alert with a single drug having multiple substance. So this is a drug name which is having a two substance, colchicine and probenecid. So we are getting two alerts. The first one is for the probenecid. It says that the amount of this thing is prescribed is 50 times the average daily dose. And it also says the recommended average dose is 1 gram and the prescribed amount is this times. So for both the substance, we get the alert. And this is one is the warning alert. So yeah, this one is also covered here. So maybe we can run it in. So here also I'm validating this thing. Like I'm passing it from the JSON file, and then I'm checking whether the prescribed and recommended dose is correct, like validating like whatever data is coming here is correct or not. So that is end-to-end flow. So these all scenarios have been covered. Any questions here?
No, this is very good. Thanks a lot for demoing the whole thing and covering these use cases. It's pretty good.
Yeah, thank you. Vijay, do you want to add anything here?
Yeah, I think you covered it all. Yeah.
Okay, sure. So I
So
will just
basically, dosage is something which we kind of compute at a substance level. So as you said, like it can be anywhere, right? It can be part of the same drug in a liquid form or in a solid form as an injection or any kind of form. So we are literally what we are trying to do is when you and also it is not just the draft medications that you're adding, it also looks into your historical saved medications, whichever is active, right? It takes into account all those medications, and from all of those medications, for each drug, it is computing the substance, the prescribed substance, and then it does the comparison. So yeah, a lot of background processing is happening.
yes. Okay, I will just stop sharing.